Oh dang, it's showtime with some sponsored content. I was hired to promote the game and create a video on Langrisser Mobile, and I was quite eager to do so because this baby definitely shines pretty bright. To those who don't know, Langrisser is actually a long-running series going back to the Mega Drive and Sega Genesis. It's had multiple releases and sequels across the SNES, Sega Saturn, PC, 3DS, PlayStation 2, and even got the first two re-released on the Nintendo Switch and PS4. Langrisser is a tactical role-playing video game series that started back in 1991, which if you didn't know, that was the year I was born, so this series is an old fart like me, but you know, they're the nice kind of fart, so it's... Wait, no. The first game followed the tale of Prince Ledin, who was on a quest to gather allies and strike back against the Dalsis Empire. Throughout the game, you would acquire ally leaders who could hire more troops to fight in each scenario. You could power these bad boys and gals up with fights or items, or through promotions to new and different classes, which gave them new spells and abilities. The success of the first gained it 4 more sequels, each adding on to the story and complexity of the series. And now, after a long rest, it's returned to your mobile devices. I'm not a big mobile gamer myself, but that's probably because most of the games don't hit the quality of Langrisser. There's a lot of JRPGs on consoles, but not a lot on mobile, and Langrisser comes in with that AAA quality. I was honestly surprised by the quality of this game. It has cutscenes, voice acting, animated characters, and some bopping beats. A lot of comparisons are obviously drawn to Fire Emblem Heroes, since that's a pretty popular mobile title, but I was actually kind of reminded more of Advanced Wars, what with the army units fighting too, and maps being bigger than your walk-in closet like in FEH. You do got a weapon triangle with a few extra branches, and terrain can affect how you move. Characters grow and each one has a skill and special talent. There appears to be a lot of customization as well. Every character has a class that branches and can impact all sorts of stats, such as movement or attack power. Plus, you can choose equipment for each character. The tutorial of the game was pretty interesting too, since you get a pretty neat little cutscene battle, which is followed up by Animu Fairy Goddess Ara What You Gonna Be Nerd the character. She asks you some questions, and based on your answers, it gives you your first class. The battles seem a little more engaging too, since you have all these little soldiers go flying, which is just fun. But of course you still got the little anime cut in and quote for specials or crits. The animations are fairly simple but plenty charming, and the sound effects add a lot too. A lot more movement than I expected when I see games like this. The anime aesthetics is pretty bread and butter for these types of titles, but the extra length they go to make the characters a bit more lively is definitely a grip. Even if the characters do seem like they just really need to catch a breath. I mean, I know you're fighting a war, but come on, guys, just give me the big ol' inhale and exhale, come on. It is a gacha game, but it does give you plenty to go on your way, so I don't think you're gonna have to shell out a bunch in order to actually beat the story. I didn't really have any issues going about the game, and I even took the time to hit up a lot of the side quests it offered, instead of just jamming through the story. It might be a good or bad point, but I feel as though this title is kind of more like a finished console game. In a sense, you probably won't just pick it up for a few minutes like you do most mobile games. You'll probably want to sit down and spend a lot of time on it. I mean, I like to be involved in games, and it's still very possible to just do a scenario and stop, but you'll progress pretty slowly if you do. I think Langrisser is probably one of the most in-depth strategy RPGs you can get on mobile. If the simplicity of other titles in the genre didn't grip you, then this one probably can. It definitely takes the cake in the aesthetics department compared to others. The visuals are crisp, the menus are simple and easy, and the game sounds lovely, both in the music and voice acting department. The game will be launched very soon, and the pre-registration is available on either Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Have fun, nerds!